How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another base tour video. This one is perhaps my grandest base yet, and it is not even complete. That's right, it's not even complete. So, what is this grand base, you may ask? You are about to see. Just keep looking dead ahead. It will render in any second. Wait for it. That's not even all of it. There's more. That's just the front. Yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. This thing took me well over a month and a half, almost 2 months to build. So please watch this video to the end. But yeah, this is probably the biggest accomplishment thus far I've had in Ragnarok, is building this beautiful, gorgeous base. Yeah, so this is the rooftop. So you can tell we have some Paralurtosaurus up here. This is also where I park all my flyers. And apparently a Bronto on a elevator. But yeah, we are going to not tour that thing just yet. We're going to tour this one. And I'm probably going to divide this video into 2 parts. Probably touring this part first and then the giant thing. So yeah, take a look at the timestamps. And I have my Bronto coincidentally on the elevator platform. So she goes up. Yeah, let's see. And I'll put a little melee for her as well. Also give me some more measure berries. But yeah, this is our little division area. I have my bison herd informally sitting out. But you notice we have 4 gates. This one is labeled breeding stable. This one is the dino hall. And this one is the Oviraptor pen. So, I'm just going to open the Dino Hall real quick because, as you can tell, it's a hall with dinos. Pretty straightforward. The Oviraptor pen, filled with Oviraptors, here to pick up eggs that the Rexes drop. And then, actually, we'll go back outside. I'll show you the last one. The breeding stable is filled with multiple incubators, including a gestation area. And the incubators are figured out or painted in accordance with what I'm hatching. So this one, only wyvern eggs go in. This one, only Theri eggs go in. This one is Rex eggs, or it's this one. It's one of those two is Rex eggs. Then the other is and then the others are Deinosuchus and one other. I can't remember the other species. But yeah. Oh, Uteranus. So, if they're... once they hatch, I pull them out here, and we do all the imprinting right out here. But for my convenience, if I quickly need to sneak out, I can just sneak out here, thus the frontier skins, and I can quickly sneak here to the Oviraptor pen. I can also sneak out this way if I want to. Of course I don't have to, but yeah. So, that is the basics of this area. Now this area over here is going to be a stable for the bison. I'm still working on it. I have not got around to finishing it just yet. But yeah, that's the purpose of this area. And there's a feeding trough right there. I put up the railing to ensure no one can get up here. But yeah, and it's just got an extra cover just to give it that vibe. And then this area over here, I'm not exact. I think I'll do something similar for maybe other dino species I'm not breeding. Now this area right here is a maze I created. And I have artifacts hidden in this maze, as well as dangerous baddies if they are still alive. Are they still alive? I think they are dead. Yeah. But anyway, it's a maze. It's, even though I'm a single player, I made it for, because I have some friends who come over and they're like, nah, I don't want to build a base or anything. Like, you know, they want to play Ark, but they don't want to go and do everything. So it's like a little mini Life's Labyrinth I built. There aren't any traps or anything. There's just like doors to open and, you know, things like that. But yeah, and it has a second story. I think everything in here is dead. But yeah, I still have artifacts placed around. So yeah, that... It was pretty fun to build that. And then if we want to get out to our main area, we have this behemoth gate that we can use to get outside. But, yeah. And close that in case we have any intruders. But now... That's pretty much it for this part. This area right here is just for temporary stuff in the middle. I think I installed a door over here. And everything, you'll notice everything is skinned accordingly. So our dino breeding area, will always have frontier skins. Our stuff that's out in the open will always have wasteland war skins. And then, I did not put a door over here. Okay. And then everything in this monstrosity has frontier skin. Or steampunk skin. So, everything out in the open, just so it's pretty clear. But... yeah, let's go inside here. Open the behemoth gate. Welcome to my giant storage area slash factory slash residence. Yeah. There is a lot in here to go over. So, over here, you know, we have some floral decor. But yeah, we have our little cooking area right over here. Out there is the greenhouse. We're actually going to take a look at it later. I have not planted anything at that greenhouse just yet. But you can come upstairs here. This is the only staircase, by the way. This is where I keep all of my trophies. So my artifacts, skins. So the artifact of the pack, right next to the Iceworm Queen. Strong, right next to a Megalania skin. These artifacts, right next to Spirit skins. It is very hard to see them. But one is a Spirit Dire Bear, the other is a Spirit Dire Wolf. You can't see them because they're spirits, but they're there. Then we have, for the Cunning and the Immune, I have a Megalosaurus. For the Devourer, I have a Tuso. And for the Hunter, of course, we have a Lava Golem. And he is bigger now because he was tiny. So the bug that was making him tiny has been fixed. So he is big now. We can actually see him. So there are little areas like this, which encompass our generator. I have multiple generator areas like this. But we're going to take a look at the fact that I have built elevators to get myself up, because there are multiple stories. Now, the second story, you have to take the elevator because the tree prevents me from building a walkway, so you have to take the elevator up to the second floor, or to the first floor and the second floor over there, but third floor, that is when you can start using the walkway. So let's get on this elevator, which will take us back up to the artifacts that we were just at. Okay. Now we will get on this elevator, and we're going to take this one all the way to the top. Yeah, it's a long ride. It's a lot longer than you think. So, you're almost to the tippy top with this elevator. But this is our storage space. So we have, you know, library shelves and everything. And they are color-coded based on the type of blueprints we have. So which one has blueprints in it? I think it's this one. This is for, like, primitive stuff or stuff that has no, like, ranking. This is for ramshackle. Yeah, ramshackle stuff. This is for, obviously, apprentice. Then we have journeyman. Then we have mastercraft. And then, of course, ascended stuff. Now, yes, if you are afraid of heights, this is a base you do not want to be at. Because it is a long way down. And then, of course, we have the same with our vaults. Primitive, ramshackle, apprentice, journeyman. Mastercraft, Ascended, and then these are for things that have no ranking, like Element has no ranking, Resources, Trophies, all that, no ranking. But now I'm going to call this elevator up here. This is the storage level. And then we're going to go up one more. There's one more floor to go up, and then we'll go down and stop at every level on the way down. Come on, get up here. I know I could just jump because I'm in creative mode, so I won't die. Yeah. We're going all the way up to the master quarters. And this is essentially where we get a bird's eye view of everything. Now this location on the map is Shellycoat Island. It's that new island. But yeah, if we just look out here, we're basically at the top. This is basically the master room and the attic. But yeah, this is our bed. This is our wardrobe. And then, yeah, the only way to get out of here, I did not install any hidden walls. I was thinking about doing so, but I decided not to. The only way out of here is this elevator. So, we went to the storage floor. Now we're going to stop at this next floor, which is the mountain floor. Now the mountain floor, I'm going to put decor over here. So it's you're gonna have like snow-covered things and such, you know, with the shovel and everything, and any small creatures I put up here, small to mid-sized stuff, it's gonna be stuff that would naturally spawn either in the mountains or, you know, at the top of a peak, you know, something like that. So, elevate. Now this next floor is the meadow floor. So any open grassy area. Like I said, it's not complete. But you'll notice we have an industrial forge right here, sticking up out of the ground. And I will show you that in a minute. But, yeah, this is essentially what the metal floor is. It's going to have the same purpose. And then we have our redwood floor. So all of our redwood stuff is going to be here. And then we put the industrial forge here. Just because this is going to be our little smelting area as well. This is where I decided I want to do all my smelting and everything. So, yeah, got that going for us. And then I can jump because I will not take damage. This is our workshop. So, I have a fabricator, a tinkering desk, a library, 2 libraries actually, a smithy, fabricator, and then this is the part where we cannot build any bridges because of the tree. So yeah, this is just like my little workstation. And then we're gonna drop another, and this is the beach floor, as you can tell. And And of course, I've already got decor. I just need beach creatures. But yeah, that is the beach floor. And then that is it for the elevator. You know, I've got a light here if I need it, but usually I don't need it. And then, of course, my generator's right here, which is this door for the generator. And then, of course, easy access back out here. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the inside of this area. On the outskirts, we have some gates, you know, and we have nothing here. I'm going to consider developing it further out that way. Maybe, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, over here is the greenhouse. Also have a water tank. The greenhouse, I do have a beehive in there. But we're going to come back and look at that in a minute, because right now you're probably wondering, how did you get this monstrosity built? I will show you. What I'm about to show you is the number of foundations in addition to water tanks to make sure this place, number one, is on a solid foundation, number two, is well irrigated. Look at this. Yeah, and I know the shadows are all over the place. And then sometimes you get stuck. But yeah. I mean, this thing is a monster. It took me so long to build this thing. Just this foundation alone. So, and I get lost down here, by the way, so I am going back over. We are going to go back up before I get hopelessly lost. But yeah. It took a while to get that built. Now, let's take a look at the greenhouse again. I haven't grown any crops in here yet. I've been reliant on crops from my other greenhouses, and I left the door open. But yeah, this is the greenhouse. This is the beehive. There is stuff in there. And then this walkway right here, everything, you'll notice it's pretty raised off the ground. That is because there are water tanks that are protected underneath my feet. There's that one exposed water tank right there, you'll notice. But yeah, it extends all the way out here, because what I plan to do is sort of like a glass bottom boat like thing, where we can literally just walk from the island to the mainland. I'm gonna need metal pillars for that, preferably. I know stone will do fine, but I'd rather be prepared with metal because, you know, sharks are a thing. You know, no harm in being prepared. But yeah, this is essentially my, oops. Well, it's a good thing I have you ready. My biggest project I've ever done on ASA is this base right here. This undoubtedly is the biggest project I've ever done on ASA. I cannot think of a bigger base build or more tedious one, because I mean, this one isn't even done yet. Level. This one isn't even done. We've still got that bridge to finish to the mainland. We've still got that right there to expand. We've got the interior decor to do. And then, of course, we have, like, this little thing right here you can view out of. We saw out of it earlier. But something really cool, I'm getting you in Argent to show you this. My Nunatech flags. Right up here. Yeah. But it took forever just to build it, and then forever again to make sure I got plenty of... to make sure I put all the... cosmetic skins. To make sure I covered everything. The Frontier, I decided not to put the cosmetic skins on these railings, just because I was like, man, they don't really look that good. These railings right here, but yeah, I decided not to do that. The biggest enemies I have to worry about is if I accidentally piss off a Bronto or a Tricrustega. That's really it for enemies. The only time we ever get anything dangerous is over here. We'll get like aloes every now and then in Saberteeth. Like I remember there's a pack of aloes over here at the beginning of the video. I guess they... Yep, there they are. $91.45. Hello. Ooh, I'm not gonna aggro that because I want their babies. That is tempting. That is tempting. But yeah, that is my biggest base project yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this base. It took forever to build this thing, so please, 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 please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. I've put so much blood, sweat, and tears into building this base. I'm so excited to finally show it off. And yes, I was thinking about including it in the template contest that's going on, but I decided not to, just because it just wasn't finished, and I see some people liking this. Like, I see large tribes really liking something like this, but I don't see smaller tribes or solo players liking something like this. But yeah, this is just something I had a blast building. So I hope you enjoyed getting to see it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for another base build video, because I've got some more bases. They're nowhere near as impressive as this. I mean, they're cool, but this is by far the biggest art project I have done, and I don't think I will ever truly be able to build a base like this on any other map. I think this is the only map I would be able to build something like this. The only map I can think of that I could build something possibly more impressive is Crystal Isles with the floating islands, but that's personal bias given that Crystal Isles is my favorite map. But yeah, anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.